suck you dry and eat some lunch with you. She bout that foolishness, bout that trouble too. Yeah.
We are back, people, and today I'm gonna get to finally talk about attraction. The title of the show, still debate, I don't know which one, but I think I'm gonna go with do you attract what you want? Do you? I got a couple examples, and I got a lot of real life people that I really want to hear my thoughts on this topic. I got people going through things with trying to get certain people and they're not getting the results that they think they should be getting. And I really want you all to watch this video and understand how men, I don't want to say I speak for all men, but I promise y'all, I speak for a lot of men when I say some of the things that I say. I've done research. I've talked to men. I've talked to females. I've talked to younger. I've talked to older. I've actually done research on a lot of these topics, and I want y'all to hear. And I actually got another show clip. Perfect example of what I wanted to speak about from the Steve Harvey show. And I think before we get into what I want to talk about, I want you all to hear one of Steve Harvey's he gave advice on attraction. We did a video about this before, but this is a whole nother video. And this is the type of videos that he produces is exactly why people end up the way they end up. Because they listen to things like this, especially females. I know I preach that you all should listen to men. But I think you need to understand that you got to pick what type of men you listen to. Do not go to just anybody. Do your research. We got so many things in this world now where we can look up different types of things. We can look at reviews and look at what people are saying about the advice that people are giving out and just read it all. Don't just sit here and listen to me. I don't got that many comments right now, but just stop and do your own research on the things that I'm saying. But people like Steve Harvey, look at the comments that he's getting from actual men. Listen to the type of men that you think you want. Listen to those type of guys. Don't listen to guys like Steve Harvey if you don't even want a Steve Harvey. They're just like you listening to some fat dude telling you about how to work out. You're like, dude, I don't want to look like you, so why would I listen to you? Let's go ahead and let's play this clip from Steve Harvey giving advice to a younger, actually good-looking 31-year-old woman. Let's hope it plays with no interruptions. Go ahead, turn this back up. But yeah, he's gonna go ahead and give his advice. She basically starts asking about attraction and that she's out of the game and she wants to get back in the game. So let's play that now.
I'm new to dating. I get asked out on dates and the guys never fall through. They come up with excuses that they were in a car accident, their mother passed away. They went as far as sending me Google images of car accidents and some random lady laid up in the hospital.
What I will not do, and I will never do, you come, at some point I would like to get big enough to where I can actually talk to females like this and understand. But I need y'all to understand that if you come with a scenario like this, the first thing I'm going to ask you is why. I want to know about that specific situation. I'm not going to sit up here and generalize and just say, well, they were being assholes. They should have never. You tell me somebody gave you a picture of a Google car accident and said I was in a car accident, that's why I can't go on a date with you. I want to know exactly what happened between you and that person, the conversations that y'all had, what led up to that. I want to know what you did. Too many of these people are giving advice on situations and only taking one side of it. They're listening to what she said and he didn't. They're not backtracking enough or gathering enough information to even give advice on the situation. You need to get a bunch of it. You need to get a bunch of information before you can give advice on something, especially about being in a relationship. You cannot, even if it was a man saying this, I would still say, what did you do? What led up to her doing it? Nobody's just gonna be interested and say, I want to date you. Then all of a sudden, oh no, my dog died. I gotta go bury him in the backyard and have a funeral. That's why I can't go on a date with you. Tell me what you did. Let's keep going.
And I know I'm marriage material. How can I attract high quality men?
The first question out of his mouth should have been, outside of asking her why, what makes you marriage material? That should have been the first thing he said to her. If you tell me you marriage material, I want to know what your definition of marriage material is. Let's keep going.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about this first. See, what, ladies, remember this. You attract what you put out. You emit signals. I'll give you an example. Whatever you emit from your mind, that's what you're going to attract. If you say all men are dogs, guess what? Every dog is coming your way. That's the signal you send out. So you got to ask yourself, what's your name again? Veronica. What signals are you sending out where you set up a date with a guy and he goes so far as to tell you his mama died?
Already blaming the man. Already. Basically saying, what type of signal are you putting out that you know what did you do to lead up to the point that he felt like he needed to go lie so far to not go on a date with you? What type of woman are you presenting? What type of woman are you bringing to the table to where a man has to go that far? And this is not just because she's a woman. I would say the same thing to a man. What the hell are you doing to where females got to go so far that they have to lie? Stop looking at blaming other people and start looking at you. Start looking at you. You. Right there, you. What are you doing to get these outcomes? Stop just trying to make it about them like everybody else is crazy in the world, but the stuff keep happening to you from different people, all different types of races and everything, but it still comes back to the same thing. What's wrong with you? What are we doing wrong? I've been there. I had to step back and say, what am I doing wrong? Let's keep going.
I've been in a car accident. If you don't want to go on a date, it's real simple. Hey, I can't make it. What the hell you Googling pictures and sending it for? What's the conversation you're having with these guys before they ask you for dates? What's this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I don't think the conversation is anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, yeah, you don't think. What's this conversation like that you have? What do you
good.
talk about with a guy when you first meet him?
He's
I
getting
usually
good.
ask them what's their occupation, their hobbies. I keep it very general. Like,
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 31,
31.
and I started very late in the dating game.
She's pretty okay looking. Let's see if we can go ahead.
You're 31. You just started in the dating game. What was you doing before this?
I was focusing on going to school and
Oh, okay, I got you.
She's
That's
okay.
good.
She's
So now you want a date. What type of guy are you looking for?
basically I'm looking for someone who has a career.
I don't want to skip over that part that because I was showing her. She said she hasn't dated for. We need to rewind that a little bit because I want to hear it again. So I don't want to misquote anybody. Let's make sure we play that the right way.
On going to school and
Oh, okay, I got you. That's good.
Rewind a
So
little bit
now,
more.
okay. What was you doing before this?
I was
I don't know.
focusing
Still need to
on
go a little bit more far back. Let's go.
You're 31. You just started in the dating game. What was you doing before this?
I was focusing on going to school and
Oh, okay, I got you. That's
Boom. 31. 31. You just started in the dating game and you were focusing on school and things of that nature, and he told her that's good. Let's break that down. She's 31 and focused on school and let's just say career. I'm not even going to try to down her and say she doesn't have anything going, but let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. She's been focusing on school and career, and she's 31.
so
Let's
now
keep this
you want a date. What type of guy are you looking for?
basically I'm looking for someone who has a career, who has their own car, who's not living with their parents. So the basic someone
Right there. Here's your problem. You're looking for a guy who has a career, his own car, and ain't living with his mama. So now guess what? That's not what you're looking for in a man. I just told you. You're looking for a man who's sincere, hardworking, has a plan, trustworthy, has goals, visions, looking for a relationship, has some type of track record with his parents, know how to treat a woman, willing to put a woman on a pedestal and give her the queen treatment. Now, if none of that's on your radar,
stop. Some of those are very good things to look for in a man. He is speaking facts. But what I need y'all to understand, which is why I'm telling you to come watch this video, is what makes you worthy of a guy like that. Same as her, and the same thing he should have been asking. Instead of him giving all these traits that she should be looking for, what he needs to be saying is what makes you worthy of those type of guys. What even makes her worthy? She says she don't want you living with your mama, nice career, own car. What is it? What even makes you worthy to have that? That's the conversation a lot of you all need to be having with yourself. If you want a guy that's high value, what makes you worthy of a high value man? If you want a guy who has his own business, what makes you worthy of a guy who has his own business? What do you bring to the table that makes a guy who has his own business, who has all of those qualities, even look at you? Let's keep going a little bit further.
there's a whole lot of trifling dudes with careers, got cars, and don't live with their mom.
That's facts. That's facts.
It's just a lot of them.
Right.
So I would suggest to you, Veronica, you got to fine-tune your list. Sometimes, ladies, the list isn't fine-tuned enough. You know, you got too many generalities on it, too many broad stripes. You got to get fine-tuned. When you go to God, you ask God for something, you got to zero in. You want, God, send me a man. Oh, a man. It's all types of...
I don't even know if we need to play anymore from what he's saying, because I want you to stop right there. It's people like this, and like, well, what did he say wrong? He didn't say nothing wrong. He skipped a big portion of what needed to be addressed first. You gotta address you first. Stop thinking that just because you're because you're beautiful, because you're a woman, that a man just has to say, yes, that's what I want. I don't want you. You don't even have nothing that I want. Have you ever talked to a guy, honestly? A lot of us not going to say it. A lot of men aren't going to tell you, listen, you just don't even have what it takes to be with a guy like me. A lot of people won't tell you that. But that's generally what happens, because they still want to sleep with you. They'll say, a guy really will look at a female like her, I'm like, listen, damn, I want to hit, but I don't want to be with her because she ain't been in a relationship in the past 13 years. She turned 18 and decided to start focusing on school and career goals and everything else, and never focused on even becoming a girlfriend or a wife. Well, what do you mean? She says she's marriage material. How? If you've been out of the dating game, let's just say the dating game starts at 18. At 18, you're grown, you're old, you're out of the house, you can finally start doing your own thing. If you decide to stop dating and don't even know how to be in a relationship with a man for 13 years, how in the hell are you just gonna jump in now and say, why these men ain't marrying me? Because look at what they're getting. They're getting the beauty, but I'm pretty sure if somebody feels that boldly that they have to lie, it's a lot of undercover stuff that Steve didn't even ask about. You're telling her to fine-tune her list about these guys. What is she bringing? What does she got? Focus on you first. Let's go for men and women. If you want a baddie Instagram model, you need to be able to have what it takes to bag a baddie Instagram model. Are you what they like? Are you what they want? Because I can tell you for sure, a bad Instagram model, the first thing they're looking at is your pockets. First things first. First thing they're looking at is your pockets. What you bringing? How much money you got? Second thing, them baddie Instagram models, this is where I told you, you have to fine tune what the person you're looking for, what they look for. Not just fine tuning your list. You need to know what they want. Because these baddie IG models, They gonna want the money first, and then they want you to look good. You got to be at least a 9 and up on they list, not your list. On they list, you have to be a 9 and up in looks before you can even talk to them. Money can supersede that with certain IG models. If you got enough money, they don't care about nothing else. They just all about the money. But again, that comes with fine tuning, you knowing what the people you like, what they like. Let's get back over to the females. She said she wanted somebody who was basically not living with their parents, had his own money, had his own car. That's fine. But are those guys looking for you? Are they? Get back over to the normal people. I know there's a younger female who I wanted to watch this. She's 18 and she's going through a tough time dating right now. I've seen her, and I can honestly say that she does not have anything that I would have ever looked at and said, I want to date that. I want to give that a try. Has nothing. Has no looks. She doesn't have the body, doesn't have the personality. She brings absolutely nothing to the table. And she's having such a hard time dating. And I wanted to speak with her, but I decided to go ahead and just make a video, probably go ahead and refer it to the female and let you see that I need you to understand that you have to be able to bring more to the table than just what you like. The type of man that you want, are you what they want? A lot of the time, we need to stop focusing on people like Steve Harvey, who's just trying to paint the picture of you're a female, hear you roar, you're beautiful, sit there and man will come. That's not the truth. It's not facts. How is that working out for her? She's 31. Again, that's why I said at the beginning. Argue facts. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, let's do research. Let's think about what Steve's saying and let's think about what I'm saying. Steve just told a 31-year-old woman who said she's just now entering a dating game at 31 years old. Like I said, you can start at 18, you can start dating. Most people start at 14, 15 and start at least dating, getting girlfriends and boyfriends. She's way beyond that. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt by starting at 18. So she's been out of the dating game for 13 years. Steve is saying, baby, you got it all. Just sit there and, fine tune your list. You got it all. You just need to focus on what you want a little bit harder. It hasn't worked for her. And all this time, she hasn't felt the need to drop her career, her schooling, or nothing for none of these men that she's come across. And you still telling her to just be her. It hasn't worked in 31 years. And what I'm saying is you need to take a step back and get back focused on you and figuring out what you can bring to these men that you desire. Because as of right now, the first thing I heard from just listening to that, let's just say I was a man and we went on a date. I said, what's up? How we doing? I want to get to know you. And she said, well, I just started dating at 31 years old. First red flag for me. So you mean to tell me you haven't been in a relationship for 31 years? What's wrong with you? Why? Oh, well, I just been focused on schooling and stuff. Different type of females I avoid. I don't want to be with somebody that's been focused on their career and schooling for all this time and you don't even know. Y'all probably wondering, well, why is that? Let's just say I wanted to be with this girl. I wanted to be in a relationship. She don't even know the basic things that most men require. She won't have any of the relationship traits that we're supposed to have. She probably won't call you baby because she don't know the basic relationship things because she hasn't been in one. She just now entering the dating game at 31. Not only that, you got to think this age thing matters, y'all. Age matters. She just now trying to date at 31. So now I got a 21-year-old mindset as far as relationships will go and a 31-year-old body. Well, what's wrong with that? Because she don't have no experience. At least at 31, what we got to understand is at 31 years old, you should be able to come with experience. Our bodies start, Mother Nature and Father Time is undefeated. Our bodies are going to start digressing at that age. We're not going to get better. Your body is not gonna start getting better at 31 than it's ever been. In our 20s is probably our best years. Anybody would say that. I don't even care about people like The Rock, he's chiseled as a rock now. His body now is not as fit and not as strong as it was when he was 20. It goes the same way. It's a little bit even worse with females because y'all really start digressing. I know there's some females that still look good after 30, but for the majority of the females, their bodies start going down at that age. So not only do I have to deal with the fact that you haven't been in relationships or you have the same relationship mindset as an 18-year-old just entering the game because you're 31 just entering the game, so y'all already here. But you got a 31-year-old body. Now, she looked good in the video. She probably had makeup and everything on. We didn't see her body. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt again. Let's just say her body is on 10, on fleek. It's perfect still. At 31, her body is fleek, makeup is fleek, everything is fleek. So now, let's do the two halves. We got a 31-year-old, no relationship experience. She says she's been focusing on school and career, so let's assume, when I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, I'm giving her all of the good benefits of the doubt. We're not going to even go to the bottom halves because those are easy to pick apart. Let's give her the good traits. Let's just say she got her body on fleek still. She got her face on fleek still. She got a couple dollars in her pocket, but she's 31. Then we got an 18-year-old over here. Let's give her the bottom half of the doubt. Let's give her, she's 18, she's young, no money. That's really as far as we can go with that. Let's give her, she don't got no money, she's 18, still got no relationships, nothing. So now we got two people here. Most females today will believe that man will still go for the 31-year-old because she has a couple degrees and she has some money in her pocket. Not true. Me now, I'm going for that 18-year-old all day, every day. Why would you do that? She got more time. She's gonna be fitter and better longer. But you're older. Why would you? I would not. She grown. Why would I go for 31? Y'all have to understand. Like I said, Father Time is undefeated. And unfortunately, men have a longer time of looking younger than females do. I don't have that long. I know y'all gonna be like black, but black don't crack. And there's people, some females out here that look like this. Y'all makeup does a hell of a job. But for majority of the time, if you wipe that makeup off of half of these females who's over 30, they do not look the same. And they damn sure don't look like they were looking in their 20s. Because what I'm going to get from this 18-year-old is a guaranteed 12 more years of her still looking good. I will not get 12 more years of this 31-year-old looking like this. I will not. It's just period. And if I do, she's an exception. But for majority of the 31-year-olds, I will not get that because too many of y'all females think that y'all should just go through y'all 20s, y'all best years, y'all prime. That is y'all prime. In basketball terms, when a man is in his prime, it's usually from his 25 to like 30. That's when he's in his prime. That's when he's unstoppable. That's the best time he can play. Y'all females choose, and in basketball, during your prime years is basically when they say you should focus on trying to win. Because once you get in that downswing, once you get past 33, it's less likely that you're going to be able to win a championship. It's the same way for females. During your prime years, y'all 20s, when y'all the baddest y'all can be, stop using that to sit down and go get a degree. Because y'all missing out on all them opportunities to actually learn how to be in a relationship with the type of men that y'all want. Y'all missing out on that because y'all listen to other females that's saying, no, don't waste your time, ladies. Go get a degree and go make some money. You got all your life to do that. All your life, especially in this day and age. I'm going to challenge that because what they not realizing it is y'all are as beautiful as possible from 20 to 30. You will never And I can guarantee you, any female, even these 51-year-old grandmas who still out here looking young, I promise you that even they will tell you, baby, if you think I look good now, imagine me when I was 22. I promise you that. I promise you they're going to all say it. Y'all waste so much of y'all beautiful prime years on chasing things that's not even y'all goals. What is your goal? If your goal is to be married and to have kids and not have to work, some of y'all goals are to not even have to work once you have kids. You want to be able to sit down and have your husband go make the money, or you work for his business. If that's your goal, then why in the hell do you need a psychology degree? If your goal is to get married and be a happy family, why do you need a degree in being a paralegal? Well, I need a backup plan just in case that doesn't work. I never said that. But what I said is you need to stop focusing all your attention and being this 31-year-old female who wasted the time from 18 to 31 on not looking for a man, just focusing on school. Where did that get her? Now she's 31 going on a TV show, going to ask somebody else how to do it. Who just gave her the worst advice ever? Is this how y'all really want to end up? The importance of attraction. What about you is good and what about you is bad? We don't focus on this stuff, so I'm going to dial it back to myself. When I was younger, my teeth was terrible. Y'all can see I finally got a bag and fixed my teeth. Hope y'all know it wasn't cheap. I had an accident when I was 7. I ended up being a boy. I was climbing to the top of the swing set at daycare. They had wood chips under the swing set, but then it was like cement, like I guess real close. I really don't remember. I was young. All I remember is I fell from the very top of the swing set. The part, it comes up like this, then it goes like over where the swings connect. I was up there being a boy, fell, bam, right on my face. 2 front teeth, instantly knocked out. I had to have caps. I ran around my whole life. I never went and got the caps taken off. So these are caps that started when I was 7 years old. They stayed in my mouth for years. I ended up getting crowns once I got older. Had to fix that about myself. I did a video the other day. Take control of what you can control. My weight a couple years ago was out of control. I was huge. I was humongous. Couldn't even. People used to tell me like, "Damn, you get big." I'm still a little bigger now, but I'm taking control of that. I'm taking control of the things I can control. One of the things I can't control, I can't grow a full beard, the LeBron. I got the little splotches. I can't control that. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna line it up. Probably when I get off this show, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna stress about it. I can't grow it. I can't grow it. Too many of y'all focus on the things that you can't even control. Too many people focusing on trying to be rich too fast. That's something that you can't really control. Most of the rich people out here, it took them time, or they got lucky. Focus on the stuff that we can control, especially when it comes to attraction. If you're not thick, then you need to, women, if you're not thick, then you need to figure out how you can make skinny look good. Start following trends that make skinny females look good, or following the trends. If you see a male out here, he liking his women to look a certain way, then why don't you start dressing the way that you think that the man you wants his females to look? Stop just trying to get him this grandma looking outfit. I don't want that. I don't. Stop thinking that men all want females with surgeries, with these skinny waists and these big bumps. All of us don't want that. I want natural now. I do not want that fake stuff, man. I don't want it. I promise you I don't. You will not catch me with nobody like that unless I'm 70 and I'm bored and I want to try it. You will not, especially not, I'm in my prime now still. I'm still in my prime. You're not going to find me with nothing like that because I'm still too good for that. I'm not settling for that. I actually like skinny girls. I never knew this. For a long time, I used to be like, bro, why you keep dating all these little skinny girls? And then I started realizing, like, bro, you like skinny girls. You just got to face it. So I don't even have a problem with that, but you need to learn how to make skinny look good. Fat men, let me speak to y'all for a second. Lose some weight. Lose it. You can control that. Bigger females, lose the weight. Stop just saying, oh, I'm fat, I'm having a problem with relationships. That's because you're fat. It's because of that. Now, if you just choosing to be fat, you just don't care to change it, accept the outcome. I was just talking to someone, a female, about she knew another bigger female who was complaining about being in relationships. But she knows that she's overweight and she's not doing a damn thing to change it. And then she's wondering why men aren't staying with her. You're telling yourself what it is. You just gotta decide whether you want to fix it or not. What do people generally say about your appearance? Like I said before, they used to always talk about my teeth. Larry, oh my God, your teeth. Your teeth, your teeth, your teeth. They used to always get on me about my teeth. I literally used to have to laugh. This is how I smile. I did this for years. I would not smile to save my life. I would even talk, sometimes just talk like this. I was so ashamed of it. And I remember the first time this guy I know, his name is Rob. I will never ever forget this. I was insecure for a long time about my looks. And part of it was because of the way people teased me about my teeth. I just thought I was overall ugly. I didn't know that I actually was presentable. And one day I finally got my teeth fixed and I came around him. And the first thing he looked at me and he said, damn, you really got your teeth fixed? And I didn't catch it at first. He wasn't saying it in a bad way. He was like, damn, this dude you really got your shit fixed. He was saying it in a way like, I don't even know what else. I don't even have nothing else over you no more. That's the way I finally learned that it was coming off. Like, dude, you got it now. And it really made me wake up that the stuff that I can control, I need to control and stop just trying to say, accept me as I am. Another thing we need to address with this attraction stuff is your standards too high? Are you overreaching for what you're supposed to be getting? But what do you mean? Do you want a high value man like this woman wants? Most of y'all gonna say yes. Why? What's wrong with the average dudes out here? I don't even consider myself to be as high value as some of these people think, but I think I'm a damn good man. And I think a lot of y'all people are bypassing us average guys to try to just jump with the money bag yos because y'all think that's goals. And not realizing that he just got the money component. He dating a female that feels like she got to keep augmenting her body. That's not high value. I wouldn't even be dealing with that. I would just find me a baddie who naturally like that. And like I said, what's wrong with the average guys? If you're an average female, stop trying to feel like you should get a 10 perfect man. Ain't nothing wrong with getting you an average man. Ain't nothing wrong with average people. Same way with you, man. If you're an average man, you're an average Joe, you work a 9 to 5, stop trying to go date this Sadiddy Instagram model who ain't gonna even like you over time. Go get you an average female. Let's stop trying to date outside sometimes. Unless you're gonna increase to what they want, stick with what you can get. And it's not settling, it's just accepting what you are is what you should get. If you're average, you should get average. If you're above average, then you can start dating above average. But if you want to stay average, then stop trying to date over average people, because that's how the female I was just talking about, she keep wondering why people don't want to date, why people don't want to stay with her. People will date you, people will have sex with you, but as far as it comes to being in a long-term relationship, when your standards too high, you end up keep wondering. All these IG models, I follow a bunch of them, and I don't see none of them with no long-term relationships. I barely see them in a relationship at all. I see all of them saying it. Where the real dudes at? I need me a dude. I'm the prize and all this. None of them get married. Ain't none of them with no man that they actually like and want to be with. And if you don't believe me, once again, do your own research. Go look for those Instagram model baddies. And I want you to go research who they in a relationship with, how long they've been in a relationship with them, and are they truly happy? Because if they are, why ain't they married? Huh. Another thing we need to talk about, just like the female said she was marriage material, are you even relationship material? Are you? Think about it. Think about what she just said. She spent 13 years focusing on school and a career. How can you be relationship material? How can you be marriage material if you spent your prime years focusing on school? And let's not act like she just was being some nun sitting in a church not doing anything. She was having relations. She was definitely getting her rocks off. So you mean to tell me you spent 13 years not being in committed real relationship with people and sleeping around, and then now you think because you ready to snap your fingers that you ready for a relationship with a high value man? You probably can get in a relationship with some sucker who thinking that that's goals, and she's gonna cheat on him, she's gonna leave him for some Pookie and Ray Ray that's ain't doing nothing with their life, ain't doing nothing. How can you be relationship material after 13 years of sleeping around and not being in committed relationships? Well, how can you? Some people gonna ask me, well, what do you mean? Because I thought, you're not supposed to sleep around and you're not supposed to just keep jumping. You're not, but you have to gain experience and lessons from things that you're supposed to be working towards. If I wanted to be a master chef, I would have to start off by working in restaurants. I would have to start off by looking at other chefs. I would have to keep cooking and trying different recipes. It's the same way with relationships. If my goal is to be married and be in a real relationship, I need to test out real relationships and then learn from them. Real relationships, not dating guys and then sleeping with them. You need to be focused on what you're trying to go towards. If your goal is to be in a marriage and a committed relationship, you need to immediately be approaching men who want marriage and committed relationships. Stop dating Pookie and Ray Rays who you think want that. Steve hit on that a little bit. He said, don't just think that they just have to have their own house, car, and a job, because those dudes can still be single and just looking to just hit and quit. You need to focus a little deeper. That was the only thing he said that I actually agree with. If that's what you want, you need to focus on what you want. You do need to fine tune your list. But like I said, it's something you got to do before that. You need to be able to present a better product. Because this is where the sexual market value comes out. If you keep putting yourself on the market and the buyers keep rejecting the product that you present, and they keep saying, I don't want this, you need to change the product. It ain't the buyers. They not all crazy. They the one who choose to buy it. You got to decide if you want to change the product or you want to keep presenting this product out here to those buyers. You cannot sell Dollar Tree products at Gucci and expect people to come in there and say, oh yeah, I want that. They want Gucci. If you want people that buy Gucci to buy your product, then you need to up your standards to Gucci standards. That's how it is. Stop being focused on these careers. Stop being focused on the money if your goal is to be in a relationship. If your goal is to be the highest paid female CEO, by gosh, you go do that. But just be ready to accept that you probably won't be in a real relationship while doing that. Because you're too focused on other things that don't have... You won't be in a relationship with a high-value man while doing that. You will find your relationship. There is no doubt. There are men that want females to make more money than them and want females as powerful and run a relationship. There are men like that. Question is that the type of man you want? And if it is, more power to you. But for 90% of women, I can promise you it's not. Y'all want a man that's going to lead. Y'all want a man that's going to make more money than you. Y'all want a man that's going to lead the relationship. Y'all want a man that's going to be able to put you in your place when you out of line. And if you want that, you need to be more like what that man wants. Same go for females. If y'all, same go for men looking for females. If you want a female who's dominating their relationship, go find one of them ones that's focused on her career at 31 years old. Females, y'all have a lot of power from 18 and up. All y'all got to do, that's the type of goals and advice Steve Harvey needs to be giving. From 18, y'all are the prize. Y'all are fit. Y'all still got time. At 31, you do not still have time. At 31, you start running the risk of high pregnancy. I believe it's at 35. You start running the risk of high pregnancy. So let's just say she's already at 31. If she starts with a man today, if she found a man at that very moment, they together maybe about a year or two, she can maybe have 1 or 2 kids, and then after that, if she wants a third, she runs the risk of high pregnancy. That's the type of things we need to start talking about and accepting. And are you bringing kids? He didn't even ask her. Do you have any other kids? She didn't state that. A lot of y'all think coming to the table with kids is just easy peasy. Oh, you should just love my kids. No, the hell I shouldn't. I'll never be a stepdad again. I never will. Nope, not accepting that. A lot of y'all think y'all just got to jump into a relationship and the man immediately just got to start cashing out on this other person's kid just because he with you. Y'all think he has to do that. No, I don't. Because I'm going to compare y'all again, just like I said. I'm going to have this 31-year-old with a kid, and I'm going to have this 18-year-old without one. And I'm going to say, which one you going to pick? It don't even have to be 18. I can have a 31-year-old kid and a 30 without a kid. Which one you think I'm picking? It's not hard. Understand that your baggage cannot just be placed under the table to be hidden. Understand that whatever things people say about you, the next man is probably going to think it too. So either you got to change it, or you got to be willing to change your standards. That's my time. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what you don't like. But just remember, we argue facts on this side. We argue logic on this side. So just come with the facts. That's my time. I'm out.